All right, let's get it. Okay, so it's October, and while most people are focused on the spooky season or Halloween decorations, for Nigerians, the first day of the month means something different. October 1st marks Nigeria's Independence Day, a moment that reminds us of our resilience, our pride, and of course, our culture. Speaking of culture, if you grew up in a Nigerian household, like I did, there's one thing that is always on TV. Something your parents are always watching. You know what it is. You love it. Nollywood films. Those dramatic storylines, intense sound effects, and scenes that make you pause and go, wait, what just happened? Honestly, Nollywood films wasn't just entertainment. It's our reflection. Our humor, our struggles, our joy, all on screen. So in honor of Independence Day, I am going to be talking about a few of the Nollywood films I watched growing up that still to this day, when I think about them, they make me go, what? Let's get into it. So the first one I wanted to talk about was, it was a love story. I remember it was a love story. So let me see if I can find it. 1 second. For the life of me, I cannot find it, but I do remember the movie. And it was a light-skinned Nigerian actor. Like back in the day, he was such a dreamboat. Like I remember he was the one who was in, like, if there was a love interest, like he was the go-to love interest guy. But anyway, in this movie, like he was falling in love with this girl, and his mother and his sister disapproved. And I don't remember the full plot. All I remember is that like they were still trying to make things work out or whatever. So the mother had hired like a bunch of guys, armed robbers. I can hear people laughing at me now. They hire a bunch of armed robbers to like invade the house. The guy is trying to protect himself and his girlfriend, or like his fiance. I'm not sure where they stand at that point in the movie. I just remember they were together. So he's like, I'll put the pew pew down. I'll put the pew pew down. He puts the pew pew down, and unfortunately, the armed robbers shoot him when his mom and his sister had intended for her to like be unalived. So then, like she, out of heartbreak, breaks into the mother's house, I believe, and like I believe ends herself in front of the mother and the sister. What? I'm gonna find this man. Let me find this man. 1 second. Okay, for the life of me, I cannot find this video. For the life of me, I cannot find the actor that I can literally picture his face, but because I don't know his name, nor do I know, like, I can't find it. So as embarrassing as this is, I'm just gonna act it out. All right, so like he is like, the scene that I distinctly remember is like the arm robbers come in and they're like, oh no, we're gonna like take you out. He's like, stop. He's like arguing, wait, just stop. He's like, put the gun down. He's like, okay, I'll put the gun down. And I remember at this point, one of my African parents is like, no, don't put the gun down. So then like he puts the gun down, and unfortunately he gets shot, and his girlfriend at the time, like not at the time, his girlfriend is like crying, screaming, oh my god. So then I think the mom must have had another girl that she wanted the guy to get with. So like the girl so he's dead, the son is dead, the girl that he was actually in love with goes pews the girl that the mom wanted the son to be with, pews her, and at the last second she ends her own life as well. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I cannot remember. So to who eventually watches this video, if any part of your brain recalls this, please comment, because I think I want to rewatch that movie again. Because I'm a completist. Like, this is gonna drive me insane. Okay, but anyway, that was one movie I remember from childhood. Another movie that I remember was, I remember. So this was an interesting movie. I remember every time we watched, I was very much like, all the signs were there. So there's a man who has like, I think at the time he's living with 3 wives, and he had an additional wife. And the family is rich, you know, they're very rich, they're very well off. However, the man is always dressing in rags, and while his family would sit in like nice chairs and such, he always sat in like the dirtiest little stool on the ground. Like he lived like a pauper despite the fact that he had so much money. So again, I mentioned he had 3 wives. So originally he had an original family that he sort of kind of left. And there's a woman who is revealed to be sick. And like the son is running around trying to like figure out how he's going to help his mom, And eventually I think the mom tells him to go find his father, tells the son to go find his father. They find his father, and like meanwhile, back at the main family household, one of the sons had actually stolen a whole bunch of money from the father, and he's trying to figure out who is it, who stole from me. And he's like, you know what, since none of you are gonna tell me who stole from me, he starts yelling at the oldest son. The oldest son is pissed. So like, what ended up happening? I think the oldest son leaves. I do not remember the plot that well. The oldest son leaves, but then like somehow, some way they find the original, like the very first son, the son that has a sick mom, and like she gets the help she needs. They start to get better, and all the sons are reunited. The youngest son admits to his father, I'm the one who stole the money from you, and they all forgive each other, right? So then they're all like, hey, let's get dressed in some really nice clothes and take a picture. You're our father, you have all your sons reunited again, let's take a picture together. And the dad is like, oh, y'all want to take a picture? Yeah, sure, we can take a picture. And so it is revealed as to why this man is dressed like a pauper. So he apparently had gone to a babalao. Yes, please don't make fun of me. He had gone to a babalao, and he was like, yeah, you will have riches beyond your imagination. You can take care of your family. However, you are not allowed to actually enjoy the money that you receive. You have to live close to the dirt, essentially. So like, he remembers all of this, and yet he wants to make his sons happy. So he's like, okay, for one picture, I can do it. He puts on the clothes. We see him put on the clothes, and then it cuts to literally the sons standing around. They're like, hey, where's our father? They go to try and find him. This man had passed out and was gone, laying in the bed. Whoa. And that's essentially how the movie ended. What? Ooh, but yeah. It was an interesting, every time I watched it, I remember thinking like, why didn't he just tell his family that I don't know. Okay, this last one, ooh boy, okay. I remember this one distinctly. Now this is like the other two I remember they were on VHS. This one was a DVD that my parents had brought back from Nigeria, and disc A barely even worked. And disc B was just completely white. Like every time we tried to put it in the DVD player, it did not work. But here is the story. Somebody please, whoever watches this, please comment if you know this movie and tell me the title of this movie. I need to know how it ends. Okay, so the story starts, and there's this man who is, I think he's rich, he's well off, all this stuff, and for whatever reason, he is arrested. I think Chief Ray, they called him Chief Ray or something. He was a chief, something, I don't remember. Chief Ray something. He's arrested and he's put in jail. His family is like, okay, no worries. We will figure everything out. And he should be like, he's arrested on like a Friday or something. He's arrested over the weekend. And they're like, Monday morning, we're going to come and we're going to get you out of here and we're going to take care of everything. So everything is all cool, but it's not. So over the weekend, like the chief of police or whoever's running the precinct or the police precinct or whatever gets a call. This is the actor, and hopefully I actually found the actor and I'm not just displaying nothing. But I remember the actor, and I hope, and this is the actor, here's his name. And he answers the phone. He's like, oh, he's gone, he's dead. So the man they had arrested had died in the jail cell. So then they're like, okay, that's weird. Foul play is afoot. So they call all the guards who was working in the jail cell or in the jail that day, and they're like, hey, you all were here when that man was killed. What were you all doing? Or when that man died, and like I think it's revealed that he's killed something. I don't remember. So But I remember this part distinctly. I remember because I was like, what an idiot. So one man is there and they're like, hey, you were here, but you weren't called in to work. What are you doing here? What were you doing here? And please don't make fun of me. No, I'm just gonna do it. Forgive my American accent, but he was like, oh, Moshe Rewavisha. Translation. I can hear people laughing at me. Translation. He had been so bored in his house, he had decided to come to work for fun. And I remember the man who was standing up front, he was like, you did what? Oh, get out of the line. Get out of the line. Move. And I thought that was funny. And that's around where I remember the DVD started to skip and didn't really work anymore. And we never found out the ending. I remember our parents tried their best to try and see if they could find like another DVD, but they never found it. So please help me out. I at least need to know, I at least need to know how this movie ends. Even if I don't actually watch it, I'm gonna probably read the synopsis because I tend to do that when it comes to movies. I'm like, this feels like, I don't want to sit 2 hours to, anyway, help me find this movie, please. But yeah, those are the Nollywood films that I remember watching growing up. This was like my early development. We're talking maybe K through 6th grade. But yeah, I think Nollywood films are amazing. And yes, the art that we create, Nigerians create, it's amazing. And something to be so exponentially proud of. So, yes, I thought in order to share my Nigerian, cut it. In order to celebrate Nigerian Independence Day, one thing I wanted to do was celebrate the art that we are capable of creating. The art that we do create, because we are some pretty amazing artists. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. And cut.